what you made. I love it.
Everybody, Catherine Beeks back with another episode of Look What You Made. This time with my dear friend. She is a singer-songwriter, she's a teacher, she's a mother, she's a rock star, she's an incredible artist, and she's a frontiers woman. Please put your hands together and welcome Cici Artemisia, all the way from the PNW.
PNW up in Washington State, Washington.
So beautiful. I am going to throw a little photo up as we talk about where you live so folks can get an idea, but I don't even think you can get an idea unless you're actually there, right?
Especially the Columbia River Gorge. Until you have seen the Columbia River Gorge, you can't even, it's
I can
no
imagine.
words.
You are a lucky, lucky lady. So you left a while ago and now you're this reclusive artist out in the woods making art. First of all, tell me about your art background. I mean, you went to school. You're legit.
Oh, I'm semi-legit because I didn't finish college. But you know what? My mother was an artist and a sculptor. Ultimately, that's the main thing she did. But she so encouraged art in the house. And I remember taking some lessons from the neighbor lady when I was real young. I had the world's best art teacher in elementary school, Lila Kress. If you're out there, you're a goddess. You're the goddess. You're the goddess, Lila Kress. She treated us second grader. You know, I remember her doing slideshows for us, which when I went to college and studied fine art, same thing. We would have slides of, great pieces of work and talk about elements like the composition and the deep concepts of art, and she was doing that for us second graders.
Wow.
And it sunk in, man. I just always loved it. And then I went to two years of college majoring in fine art, and then I went, screw this, because I was playing in bands and I wanted to go see the world.
Well, I'm glad that you have plenty of time to create now out there in their woods. I know you've sent me 12 pieces of your work that we are going to specifically talk about today. And your work just is the colors. They physically make me feel different. If that's, they brighten me. Let's talk about these pieces you sent. So first of all, the little house on the island with the boat, I've never seen that one before. Tell me about that one.
Okay. Oh, that's got a good story. My parents traveled a lot, and apparently I didn't even know until after they died, and I was cleaning out their house, and I found this little tiny sketchbook of my mother's, and that was a sketch that she made of somewhere like Albania. It was like Eastern Europe, this lake. And it was just this sketch, and it was so arresting to me. I just caught my breath when I saw it. And so I took it home and I made that painting from it. And I love it because it was this continuation of my mother's experience. And it's got that certain magic.
And what's beautiful is it's a little bit of a departure from your normal, but the mountains behind are all, that's you. And so I love how it kind of combines both of your aesthetics. It's really beautiful. And then
good eye, Catherine.
The trees, I just love your trees. The branches are always just dancing. They're happy branches. Tell me about your trees.
This is really fun, Catherine, hearing about my art through your mind, beautiful imaginative soul. I realized that in high school I did watercolors, which is a very different medium than what I do now. But I remember I did a whole series of what I called tree portraits. I walked around my town and just found trees that spoke to me, and I did paintings of each tree, and they were tree portraits. And that's something that I took up again all these years later, and it's a lot of years later, I just really started doing tree portraits.
Ugh.
And because I love those guys. I mean, who doesn't love a good tree? Well, I guess there's some, the Army Corps of Engineers, maybe they don't love trees the way I do, but I love them. And they speak to me, and they give also, there's so much opportunity to play, with the patterns and the lines and colors.
The one where she's about to blow, what is that, a dandelion? All those little petals are about to go flying.
Oh, yeah, that is the dandelion. And that's Persephone, the goddess of springtime.
She's beautiful.
And I did that. Thank you. And that's new, because I've been doing mostly nature things. And then after I moved here to my little round house in the woods in Washington, and I started painting, and I did right as the coronavirus hit, and we were all told we had to stay home and behave ourselves. I had been so busy since I moved here. I've been sort of building the house. I bought it unfinished, and then just trying to kind of get out in the community a little bit, and get to know the area. And I had a lot of visitors. Well, finally the virus hit and everything stopped, and I had the time and the new space to start painting. And these couple of paintings came out really fast. Paintings can take literally years. I mean, not that I work on them constantly for years, but I start it and then it just gets stalled. I put it away. I pick it up again. It can just go on and on like that, and then change and change. And the paintings that happened when I first got here, boom, boom, boom. I did 3 paintings, just like, I couldn't believe how quickly they came out. And that was one, and they're really different. They have the other painting, I think it's in there too. I call it Gaia Returns. These sort of, for me, mythological characters are showing up, as well as animals.
So I see some interior painting that you've done, murals that you've done. These 2 that you've given.
Oh, yeah.
Are these for friends? Are these in your place?
Those are for friends. Yeah, I threw those in because I love doing murals. I love working really big. And I do it, it's really fast. I don't think as much as with something on canvas. And I think the less thinking you do when you're painting, the better quality. My whole body gets involved, and I witnessed, I don't know, there's something about
I witnessed you lying out that gigantic,
you did.
The gigantic canvas, and just like standing over it and looking, and then just diving in and just going for it. It was so amazing. So how do people reach out to you if they would like a mural, or if they want to purchase some of your work, and where can they view it all?
If you don't already have my email address, you should just go to my website, ciciart.com, CICIART.com, and there's a page of all my my paintings, and you're certainly welcome to look through those. Most of those actually are sold. There'll be a few that are still available, but or if you want to commission me, like, I like this one, and this one. Can you do something like that?
Right, yeah.
But there's there's a place on my website where you can contact me.
Great.
Where it'll start an email exchange.
Perfect.
Or a phone, eventually, and then we can talk about it.
Perfect. All right, so I'm asking all of the artists if they will be so kind as to show us their workspace. I know it's kind of private, but would you mind showing us where you do all of your magic?
Oh, absolutely. My workspace now. So I moved up here. I moved into a round house, and half of it is a big room that I'm sitting in right now. I'm actually sitting in my workspace. And half of it's facing north, and it's just got these giant windows all around it. So the light is perfect for painting because it's north northern exposure light, which means light isn't coming directly in and creating all these deep shadows. It's just got this ambient brightness. I also have a big skylight above me. And those same friends that I did that mural for, Colleen Cuchetto, she used to be a draftsman, and she had this giant drafts table that she wasn't using anymore, and she gave it to me. And at first I thought it was too big for the space, but I moved everything around. And so I've got this drafting table now, sitting here looking out these big windows on this gorgeous view.
Yeah.
And it's huge, and it's all the space I need to work on, to paint. You know, I can do really large projects here. So this is right in the middle of my living room. My kitchen is a part of the room right over there too. It's just kind of, but I love it because it's my life. You know, this is the center of my life in so many ways.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, thank you. God, what a view. Beautiful. I love it. All right. Tell us what's in store, what's in your future, and what can we look forward to?
Just lots more paintings. I've been invited to show my paintings at a big medical facility in the Dalles, which is the closest town to the east of me.
Nice.
Lots of space. And I do have my large paintings. I have several really large tree paintings, which I think I send you some. The sycamore and the crimson pine are two of them. Those are really big. Those are like 4 feet high by 3 feet. I have like 5 tree paintings that size, and I've always wanted to show them somewhere in the same space. And so I'm going to get to do that, as well as a lot of my other work there. And I've been commissioned by another new friend here to do a painting or two, and I'm working on those. And that's, you know, as far as my artwork, I want to go finish the mural at the Cuchettos. Coronavirus came along and kind of stopped that for a while, but and then I've also been told of some places, a little sweet little town real near me, closest, well, other than Lisle, the closest town is White Salmon, and it's a beautiful little town. And somebody told me that I forget the name of the building, but it really needs a mural. And he's got connections, like maybe I could work my way in there. So that's what I like. Maybe springtime will be mural time again.
Imagine on the side.
And that would be a very public.
I love it.
Yeah, a big public mural, which I hope kind of could spark a lot more public murals.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good stuff. All right. CCArt for all of your needs.
Not only can you see my work on my website, but there's a website called redbubble.com where you can buy my artwork on all kinds of products.
Oh, right.
Like something like 60 everything from masks, which are the big sellers these days, to phone cases, computer cases, shower curtains. Nice. I have a mermaid painting going on shower curtains now. So it's just, so on that site, my name is True Moon, one word, True Moon. So you can look me up there, which is, if you put this out soon, it's just a great place to go Christmas shopping.
I bet, absolutely.
Because you're buying work from artists, you know, individual artists.
Nice. Well, that's cool. I want to check that out. All right. I love you, friend. Stay warm out there. You got plenty of wood for the winter?
Absolutely. I already brought it in and got it all stacked.
I've lived vicariously through you.
And I through you.
But only if we know how we are connected. And the planet is sacred. And it's everyone's home.
Look What You Made is a half-fast TV production for Listen Local Radio, made possible with support